Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Aren't you tired of all the nonsense you hear from these financial shows like this?
Should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine.
And then they went bankrupt. This is what I'm talking about. This is crazy. Your 401k, they take half of all the money you put away. Look, it's not about the money you're saving. It's about where you invest it and not in a 401k. Join my gang. Start using charts. I'll teach you how to use a chart so that you can maximize your returns on the money you do have. And the earlier you get started, the better. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street. You turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format, and boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated, but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Do you hear them now? Do you hear them now? And I'm not talking about selling a telephone. I'm kind of talking about Carney, Yellen, all the movements around the world, whether it's Trump or it's Bernie, especially Brussels. I just don't think they do. I don't think they still hear them now. Because here's what I hear. Do-over. Do-over. You know what I see? I see a movement that's been going on for years. The movement isn't do it over. It's do it right, not do it over. Okay? And whether it's the bailout or Brexit, the credit crisis or Brexit, or all the movements in between, it falls on deaf ears. We've had many exchanges where I said, do you think the Fed or the ECB or the Bank of Japan are going to give up the reins willingly?
I don't think so, and we've been seeing that in the last 4 days as the stock market was controlled when they announced that Great Britain has left the EU. They controlled the central banks how much the U.S. stock market would drop, and it only dropped 4%. This was a bigger deal than the 14% drop, and what started the 14% drop back in January, you recall, was a quarter-point interest rate hike. So let's think about this. A quarter-point interest rate hike in December causes a 14% drop in the stock market, but then when all of Europe implodes because Great Britain leaves the EU, we go down the first day 3.7%? What are you, nuts? The central banks are not going to stop controlling. This is a controlled stock market. And that's why you got to use charts and you got to follow the money. If anybody is relying on advice from I don't know what you call them, advisors, financial advisors.
What's a financial advisor?
That is a term that means almost nothing. It is somebody who might be a financial planner, or it could be a broker who is really a salesperson.
The vast majority of so-called advisors, around 85%, are not fiduciaries.
No, they're dopes. They're not fiduciaries. That's right. They put their interest ahead of yours. But the point is that the central bank, Aunt B, made sure that this market would not drop because they got to get Hillary elected. Can you imagine a 3.7% drop? 4% total compared to 14% based on a quarter-point interest rate hike? How can you compare a quarter-point interest rate hike where you got a historic breakaway from Europe that could take more countries may leave? I mean, that is incredible. It's unbelievable. So today we get the announcement about an hour ago that the Bank of England is going to do quantitative easing, and the stock market starts to rally again. Well, sure, because they said, if they're going to do quantitative easing, so isn't the United States. We'll get another 167% front-loaded stock market rally. Go up another 167% from here to November. So to make sure Hillary's going to get elected. What are you, nuts? This is crazy. Now, we know that, as they say, the people in England, people in Great Britain, with this QE, they're going to get the same story that we got. And it's a lie. That we would buy the Federal Reserve would buy $85 billion a month in treasuries. That's what they're going to be told. That the Bank of England is going to buy $85 billion a month in treasuries. So to push down the long-term yields or interest rates, which would boost the value of stock prices. This is what we're told by Bernanke. He said higher stock prices would drive business confidence, higher capital expenditures, which are supposed to result in higher wages. Consumption, really? Well, let's take a look at his first promise. Higher stock prices would drive business confidence. Are you kidding? Business confidence is at a 10-year low. He says higher stock prices would drive capital expenditures. Are you nuts? Business investment collapsing, capital investment collapsing at a 3-year low. Didn't work, all lies. Not supposed to work. That's not what QE does. Higher stock prices were supposed to result in higher wages and strong consumption. What are you, nuts? Have you looked at our consumption? Have you looked at our durable goods? Our durable goods? The wheels are coming off durable goods. Wages? Higher wages? What are you, nuts? We're at a 20-year low in wages. For every job Obama created, 2 people went on food stamps, which grew 72% faster than the jobs he created. 95 million people are out of work. Median household income since we've been doing QE grew only 1.5%, while median expenditures increased by 11%. What are you, nuts? The economy is adding 6 times. Since they've done QE, the economy has added 6 times the amount of bartenders, waitresses that they are good-paying manufacturing, construction, and mining jobs. What are you, nuts? 73% of the new jobs, of the new payroll numbers that come in new jobs every month, and we're going to have a job numbers tomorrow, are part-time. 73% part-time. Replacing the terminated full-time in order that employers now can avoid paying the cost of benefits. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President, on Obamacare. Because of that, over 68.3% of Americans say they're unable to handle a $500 car payment. A car repair. They don't have it. As for the stock price, higher stock prices we were promised. Oh, believe me, they're being promised all that today over too. Both baseline. All that happens with QE is a small segment of the population, about 5%, the elitists, the very wealthy, benefit because they control 85% of the stocks in the stock market. As far as boosting value, no, that's not what happens. Stock value doesn't go up, just the stock price, but it's artificial. It's not sustainable because it didn't go up based on earnings growth, margin growth, increased top-line sales. That's not happening because our jobs stink. Disposable income is falling off a cliff. Stock prices went up because the Fed printed money to buy $85 billion a month in bonds. They go out and buy $85 billion a month in bonds. And when you do that, the yield drops. And that means the people who buy our debt, the Saudis and the Chinese, they're not going to buy our debt with a yield at 1.4%. What are you, nuts? They want at least 3-4%. So that forces them into the stock market, pushing the stock market up artificially, not because of earnings growth or margin growth, but because they forced them. They financially engineered the market to make sure they bring those bond yields down so they wouldn't buy our debt. So we print our own money and bought our own debt. Well, that's smart. Then we give large companies, we print money, give them $5 billion interest-free to buy their own shares to push their stocks up. Well, where's the value? You just go buy your own shares? There's no value there. That's called a bubble, and it's unsustainable. So for the last 18 months, we've been going sideways. We've been going sideways in this market for the last 18 months. Why? Because people have realized, they look at the 10-year Treasury, it's dropped from last August from 2.4% to 1.4%. What does that tell you? It tells you the economy is going bust. It tells you we're going into a recession. It's telling you that we owe too much money. It tells you our foreign policy is nuts. That's what it tells you. So the poor folks in England are being lied to today, and only a very small segment of their population, the very wealthy, will benefit and everybody else will suffer. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters, because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With the false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? Been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure. Why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Let's go make some money. Let's go to the Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
Okay, again, when you hear quantitative easing, just think of it this way here. All it is first of all, we know that when government spends more money than it takes in, it goes to the Federal Reserve, and they borrow it. Now, we have, well, let's see, I'm trying to think. We have about, in the Federal Reserve, there's about 12 regional, there's 12 regional banks that make up the Federal Reserve. They're called Fed governors. They make up the board. And each one of those sectors, okay, they report every month to let them know what the economy is, each one of those areas. Now, when the government spends more than it receives, usually anywhere from 800 billion to $1 trillion, okay, every year, then that's called a budget deficit. Just like you yourself, you spend more that's in your checking account, you have a deficit. Now, to make up this shortfall at home for you, you have to go out and get overtime. You have to sell something. No, that's not what the government has to do. To make up the shortfall, it just issues debt. That's all it does. It just sells what they call treasuries. That's their debt. And they sell it to Saudis. They sell it to the Chinese. They buy most of our debt, our treasuries, because they want yields. They want interest. They want interest of like 3%, 3.2%. So they just buy our debt, and that's what they're buying. And that's why, again, they hate going under 3%. So what we do to force them out of this is the real part of quantitative easing right here. We force them not to buy our debt anymore. And we do that by printing a whole bunch of money and going in, and we buy our Federal Reserve will go buy all the 10-year treasuries themselves, drops the yield down, and then that stops them from buying our debt, and it shifts them into the stock market. So the stock market goes up. It's called front loading. Front loading. That's what it's called. Listen.
We front loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
There you go. Front loading. That's what front loading is. So that it pushes the stock market up. Now, there's no value in that stock that goes up. The price goes up, but it's not sustainable. And then they do another QE. As the stock market starts pulling back, they got to do something else. So what do? They print more money, and then what they do is, like in the case of QE2, they take 3.2 trillion and they give it to the banks to go and buy stocks, mostly bank stocks, because you got to get the bank stocks to go up to keep the stock market up. There's no value. The stock prices go up, but there's no value. That's why they had to do QE3, or they called it twist, because the market started to pull back again because there's no value. So what they do? They print 5 trillion, and they give it to all the big corporations. GE, all of them. Go out and buy your own stock. Go buy your own stock. It goes up again. And then it pulls back again because there's no value. And then when it ended, we started in 2008. When it ended in December 2008, we started. It ended in 2012. The market started to pull back. They go, what are we going to do? They said, well, let's just keep printing money. And what we'll do is we won't sell all the treasuries we bought. We'll keep them on our books, and we'll just keep reinvesting the interest. Well, that's still QE. What you have to do is you can do QE for a short term, and then you get them off your books. You sell them, and wherever the interest yields are, high or low, that's where they are. You got to live with it. But she hasn't been wanting to sell off the treasury because she's afraid if yields go up above let's say 2.5%, it's going to kill the banks. The banks, because the banks are illiquid. People don't understand. They've been lying to us about the banks. The banks aren't in good shape. They've been lying. So the interest, banks can't handle 2.5% interest. So the only people that make money through all of this are the very wealthy who own 5% of the population is very wealthy. They own 85% of the stocks. And who are those people? They own the Federal Reserve. It's the banking cartel. They're the ones that get rich. So when Bernanke came out and tells us all this BS, how everybody was going to be, so everything's going to be wonderful with QE, that it was not true at all. I mean, what a lie. Oh, we're going to buy $85 billion worth of Treasury a month, and boy, that's going to push down long-term yields, and then those interest rates are low. That's going to push the value of the stocks. I just explained to you. How do you get value? Value of a stock, when a stock goes up, the value comes from what? What do you want pushing up the stock? You want pushing up the stock earnings growth, profits. These stocks are going up without profits. There's no value. That's called a bubble. So he lied. He's a liar. And so is an Aunt B. And whoever this guy over in UK right now is selling it, Osborne, he's a liar when he tells them, oh, the value of stocks are going to go up, boy, when you do this. No, stock prices go up, no value. And he said the higher stock prices would drive business confidence. Business confidence, when they do something like this, businesses have no confidence because they understand what they're doing. They said business will spend money on machinery and equipment because the economy is going to get so good. Have you seen the capital expenditures? Have you seen business investment? It's the worst in 10 years. Now they say it's supposed to result in higher wages. Wait a minute. No, it doesn't. Because when companies go and borrow that $5.5 billion to buy their own stock and push that stock up, the people that work, they get laid off. They get laid off when that happens. Unbelievable. We'll be right back after this break. Take a look at some stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Wouldn't you love to be a business owner without ever having to show up at work? Imagine if you could sit back, watch your company grow, and collect the dividends. Now, this situation might sound like a pipe dream, but is closer to reality than you think with Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Phil teaches you the basics of stock trading and investing. For only $49.95 a month, you have complete access to all Phil's Gang material, plus Phil's daily live trading class where you'll learn how to invest in stocks. And Phil will tell you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. philsgang.com can be accessed from your home, office, or any other location where internet is available. Plus, you never miss a beat because all material is archived. From beginner to seasoned investor, Phil Grandy has been helping people learn about the stock market and producing smart investing strategies for over 15 years. Wouldn't you love to be a business owner? Wouldn't you love to take full control of your financial future? With Phil's Gang, you can. Simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street, you turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Crashing into me. And welcome back to Phil's Gang and Stock Corner. Let's look at some stocks. But before, remember, Stock Corner is also Walter's Way. Great book. Sponsored by Walter's Way. Terrific book. Terrific guy, Walter Scheer. To get the book, just go to waltersway.org, waltersway.org. Now, I'd have you go to philsgang.com, our site, but our site is down because we are doing a whole new site. So if you try to go to philsgang.com, it won't be there. But we're redoing our site completely. It's going to be exciting. We also have improved our green technology, our trading platforms, PT1, PT2. You're going to be able to use them on all your mobile devices, your telephone. Again, almost every mobile device you have, which we weren't able to do before. It's going to be fantastic. The charts are going to be improved by 100%. It's exciting. So we should have everything going up, finished, complete by the time we get back to work after the weekend, July 4th. So it's just, again, as I say, you're going to love it. So again, Walter's Way, great book. And just go to waltersway.org. All the money goes to Vera Walter Scheer Foundation, St. Jude. And when you read this book, you're going to read about this man, Walter, who is so unique, who's such an icon in business, who's given this country so much, and who is just, he has a big heart. He's an incredible man. 50 companies, mergers, acquisitions he put together. He's one of the biggest oil companies in Texas. It's just amazing what he's done. Okay. All right. Let's get to some stocks. I want to talk about what's going on. Look, when the market dropped, it was controlled, and they controlled it right back up. We've been going sideways for 18 months because we don't have any earnings growth. We've had a stock bubble that moved our market up 163%. For 18 months, because there's no earnings growth, none. We have no earnings growth. And don't forget, not only earnings growth, but our earnings are negative. Minus 8%. The earnings growth for 2015, no growth. The last quarter, none, zero, minus 8. The first quarter, 2016, earnings growth, minus 8. The GDP, economic growth, last quarter 2015, 1.4% GDP. Then we have now, the first quarter 2016, 0.5%. Hey, wait a minute. I thought we were told that quantitative easing was going to be fantastic. Great growth, they said, in the country. Really, there's no growth. Didn't happen. I'll tell you what quantitative easing is good for. When they do this and they pop this market up, you want to make sure you're there. And that's why you want to join my gang. Because you don't want to hear about the jibber jabbers, what they're telling about individual stocks and all the... I just love the nonsense. The nonsense they give you when you buy a stock is crazy. They'll look at the market cap and they tell you about the trailing PE ratio, the forward PE ratio. Let me tell you, PE ratios right now, the value of the stocks give you nosebleeds. 24 in the S&P. Are you kidding me? Then they talk about price to book, price to... You don't need to know any of that. All the reasons why you went to a broker, a financial advisor, you don't need. All you need to know is Vanguard, BlackRock, T. Rowe Price, Bank of New York Mellon, J.P. Morgan Chase, the same guys, they own all the same stocks, the top name stocks. You just got to know if they're putting money in or taking money out. And you do that through our charting. It's a color technology. It works. And we're even upgrading it now. All right. Talking about liars, listen to this. Remember what happened yesterday with Loretta Lynch? You should know. Our Attorney General. She says that she and Bill Clinton just happened to meet at the same airport. What a coincidence. I think it was in Phoenix. They just happened to be in Phoenix exact same time. Total coincidence. And Bill Clinton goes to her plane and they talk about the grandkids, she said. Listen to this.
He did come over and say hello and speak to my husband and myself and talk about his grandchildren and his travels and things like that. So that was the extent of that. And no discussions were held in any cases or anything of that. And he didn't raise anything about that either.
You don't believe that gives off the appearance of any impropriety while your agency is investigating his wife?
My agency is involved in a matter looking at State Department policies and issues. It's being handled by career investigators and career agents who always follow the facts and the law and do the same thorough and independent examination in this matter that they've done in all.
Wait a minute. No impropriety? Are you kidding? The top cop in the country is investigating a crook, the biggest crook in the country, and the husband just happens to go over to her plane and they sit and have a visit. Talk about the grandkids. She should resign. Can you imagine? That's unbelievable. That goes to show you how the Clintons got this rigged. She'll never be prosecuted. Never. She's the one who makes the decision. The FBI doesn't make it. They do the investigation, hand it to her, and say, "Hey, we think we need her. She's got to be prosecuted. We got all the crimes." And Loretta's going to say, "Oh yeah, we'll prosecute." You'll never see it happen. Talk about the grandchildren. These people are crazy. She's crazy. There was a cut. I cannot believe when we had the attack in California, the terrorist attack, she was talking about we should love them, not go after them, just love them. I got a cut here somewhere on her, but I'll find it. Yeah, go ahead, play it. Go ahead.
The good in this world far outweighs the evil, that our common humanity transcends our differences, and that our most effective response to terror and to hatred is compassion, it's unity, and it's love.
Let's take her and go visit the families in Orlando, in San Bernardino, California, in Paris. I wonder if one of her kids got killed, if she'd say, "Oh, I want to love you. I want to love you." These people are so sick. It's amazing. Isn't it how sick they're mentally ill? They're mentally ill. And here's where they lie too. They always lie about the economy. They lie all the time about the economy. They never tell us the truth. They always mask what's going on in the economy. Just makes you sick. Like Social Security. Look at the debt. We talked about the debt. The debt will take us down. Never mind this quantitative easing. The debt. We talked about the 3 entitlement programs, Social Security, Medicaid, and Medicare the other day. Well, guess what? Social Security, they came out with a report today. I was just talking about this yesterday with you. New report came out today, shows just how bankrupt Social Security really is. The Social Security program will be depleted in 6 years. It's broke. There's a 0 chance that the government will be able to honor its existing commitments. See, they lie. So they're going to have to either raise taxes. That's why, boy, you better not put Clinton in there. They're going to have to radically raise taxes. You know they're not going to reduce the Social Security benefits or Medicare and Medicaid. You know that. You think a liberal is going to reduce those? Instead, they're going to take and kill this country because the rich, the very wealthy, don't pay any taxes. So who's going to be paying the taxes? The small businesses who create the full-time jobs so you can get a good job. They're going to go after and kill them. They're going to raise taxes on them. Are you kidding me? G never paid any taxes. The Social Security, there's no money there. They're running a huge deficit, tens of billions of dollars, but nobody talks about it. We'll be right back after this break on Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran it 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right, and the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine with the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, charting is the only thing that works. You got to follow the money. I keep saying that to you over and over and over. Give you an example. When they controlled this drop to 4%, we were able to follow it all the way down. But even better, I told my gang, and I had a cut the other day, I said, it's over. They're going to start rallying it back up. We've got to be on the buy side of this. How do we know? Because we looked at the VIX index, a signal that tells us there was no fear. And we knew that the market should have dropped at least 14% and only went down 3.7%. And we saw the VIX, no fear. So, okay. So, Caterpillar, we're up 5%. Intel, 7%. from the low to the high. IBM up 6%. Now, I'm not saying every gang member captured every bit of it, but I'm just saying if they're following what I teach every day and what I recommend every day, they would have made money on the way down and money on the way up, not because of fundamentals. Market caps? I got to know about market cap? No, you don't. Anybody can do this. Anybody. But the overall economy, you got to understand, is going to totally collapse. Our entitlements are killing us. You know, most people don't know that you might think that the Social Security benefits are coming from an actual account. I know many people think there's an account in your name. I've had people tell me that. They think there's an account in their name. Are they nuts? That contains cash or investments equal to cash they took out of your pay. Like a government pension fund or, it's a lie. It's not, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. And many believe that the amount we receive on our retirement is somehow related to how much we put in. What are you, nuts? So we should only get back what we paid. Hey, it's fair. What we were paid in, we should get it back, right? No. The story's easy to believe, right? But it's a whole illusion. Whatever you put in, you're going to get back. There's no such right and no such fun. Social Security has no individual accounts at all. Zero. Zippo. Other than bookkeeping and keeping of your yearly earnings and payroll taxes. And that's it. Social Security has a trust fund, but name only. See, ordinary trust funds have assets where they invest and reinvest and invest and reinvest and gives and sustains and supports, okay, the fund over a period of years. That's not what happens to Social Security. It's not like that. It doesn't have cash or assets that could be sold that would normally support the trust fund. It's what a joke, and people don't understand. That's why you got to invest. You got to invest. And you got to learn how to invest. But I'm telling you right now, people have no clue that the things that are going to, I mean, just kill us. The debt is killing us. Obama took the student loans. Obama took student loans from the banks during the recession. And again, remember, it's heading to a bust. So they decided to take the student loans away from the banks and hand it to the government so they would manage it. And we had, are you kidding me? The outstanding student balances went up 853% since Obama took it over. Like Baby Bush, remember he created an illusion the economy was improving, and what he did is he went in and he used housing, remember? Dropped the credit standards and the rates and give everybody these subprime mortgage loans, right? Creating the economy was good. Didn't work out very well. But Obama takes the page from Baby Bush, the playbook, same playbook. He steals a page from his playbook, did the same thing with student loans. So I'll take them over. Look at auto loans. Auto loans are a disaster. You know, I love it when Aunt B points out how auto sales are a shining achievement, she said, for the economy, calling the consumer resilient. Consumers aren't resilient. Why are they resilient? They're not resilient. They're clever. They're stretching out the car payment for 7 years, and they're changing their budget priorities. That's not resilient. Clever. What Aunt B and CNBC don't tell you when pointing to the success of auto sales with an increase in subprime auto lending by 7 million this year, just this year alone, that's the highest level since 2008. What she won't tell you, or CNBC, is this is the 10 consecutive month consumers gave up paying their credit cards to make their car payment. See, they don't tell you that. They'll say, well, look at auto sales. Boy, the auto sales are going through the roof. What a great, strong economy we got. Boy, they're resilient. No, they don't pay their credit card. 10 straight months in a row, they've given up paying their credit cards to keep their car. Before the housing crash, they stopped paying their mortgage to keep their credit card. Now they're giving up the same thing that's going on now. They're not paying their credit card.
so they can keep their car. There are 110 million households with 984 million credit cards. An average person has 13 credit cards. Believe that? Owing $18,000. And 78.8% of all credit card payments are minimum, with interest rates of 24%. You don't think this country's going down? And they say, oh, and didn't you hear Aunt B keep saying, boy, the consumer is strong. Consumer's doing good. Really? Are you kidding? 13 credit cards, owing 18 grand, paying 24% interest? Oh, they're really doing good. The average household owes an average of $160,000 for a mortgage, $28,000 on a car loan, $18,000 on a credit card, and they owe an average of $48,000 on a student loan. That's $1.2 trillion. That's an 823% increase under Obama. What are you, nuts? In total, $3 trillion in non-mortgage debt. This is crazy. This is nuts. Credit card debt, $800 billion. Mortgages, $8 trillion. Auto debt, now $1 trillion. Student loans, $1.2 trillion. Are you nuts? Then add the portion of the unfunded liability of Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid that each household is responsible for. That means each household now, their portion is $516,000. Or if you have a family of 4, it's $700,000. Or if you live by yourself, you owe the government $175,000. That's your portion. Auto loans, $1 trillion. We got $1 trillion auto loans. 70% of the people opt for 6 or 7 year loan payments. How can you do that when a car, when you drive it out of the showroom, drops 20%? Are you nuts? And people are doing good? This is crazy. The 78%, they figure that over a year, you're going to lose 20% of your car. 78% of that loss is when you drive it out of the parking lot, the dealership. If you take out a car loan for $15,000 and finance it over a 6-year period at an interest rate of about 7%, you would pay $255 a month. At the end of the 6-year loan, you will have paid a total of $4,000 more. $18,361. What are you, nuts? Oh, they're resilient? By stretching it out 6-7 years, they call them resilient? People have stopped paying credit cards, even mortgage payments, to keep their car. But they don't tell us that. Because, see, they find it much more painful to lose their car to a repo guy because they got to get it to work, especially if they live outside the city. You get closer to the city, there's no housing's not affordable, so they live way outside the city. They need their car. So they stop paying their credit cards. They're not paying their mortgages because they need their car. And here's what's really mean. The dependency on auto transportation, they know what the auto dealers know what's going on. The reason why we had such dependency on autos as transportation, it's a result of the higher national debt and entitlement debt. After paying our interest of $400 billion, there is nothing left to build out our infrastructure, so to create jobs. So to access to when we're done with affordability, we can't build good infrastructure like high-speed trains, buses. And so there's a demand for autos. That's why they don't want to fix the roads. That's why they don't want to fix the infrastructure. That's why they want to fix rail. That's why our trains are falling off the track. It's all political. Because they got to keep the unions working so that Hillary can get elected. What are you, nuts? Remember, don't forget the bank stocks. Those are going to be the winners. You watch.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, Phil